This video is very much overdue. If you guys have been watching my videos, you'll see Titan straps everywhere. They've been an absolute game changer. I use them for strapping pretty much everything at this point. And I kind of want to talk about these Titan straps, and then I will be taking you guys to Mexico and actually will see how I use this in real life. So we'll start talking about these three different types of straps. They make I guess this is called the commercial one, which has a working load of 70 pounds, and it's, you know, a little bit thicker than the other ones. And they come in all different lengths. This one is 30 inches. They have a 20, they have a 25, and they have a 30, and then they have a 36. So there's this, you know, the commercial grade, and then they have this other strap that is a little bit thinner, and it comes in different sizes. There's like the 9-inch, 14-inch, 18-inch, and 25-inch with a working load of 60 pounds, so pretty close to the other one. And then they have the minis. The minis are pretty new, and I love the minis. I just got these new ones that are longer, and it doesn't say how long they are. But anyways, these are the mini, the longest they make. And I have also the short ones, and you will see all of these in action in Mexico. And then the last most special Titan strap is this. I think this thing might be 18 years old, and this is my first Titan strap. And this is what's incredible about these straps, is that it is still working, still in one piece, and has seen a lot of abuse, was on a trailer for years, and I'm still using it all the time. And it's pretty amazing because a bungee cord would not last this long. So really, really amazing, amazing straps. And right here behind me is a good example of why Titan straps are amazing and why they are so different from all the other straps. And I'll be kind of showing why they're so amazing. And it's all about the stretch, where when you're strapping something, you can tighten it, and the combination of the rubber and the stretch allows you to cinch these in a place where there's no other strap that you could do that, where you can actually get them tight on something that is slippery like this. So that's why I use these so much. And I use Titan straps so much that I actually have a dedicated Titan strap bag, so that, you know, with all the different sizes and lengths. And I like to keep the colors on, depending on the length, so that are easy to find when I try to pull them out. So, you know, for example, my 18-inch is always yellow. You can buy them in all different colors. And to me, having the same color for a specific length makes it easy to, you know, grab and say, hey, I need the 14-incher, and I know it's blue, and so I pull out the 14-incher. Hey, I need the 18-incher. Whoa! And you pull out the 18-incher. So organizing them that way makes it quite easy. And then I know that the green ones are always the longest ones and the heavy-duty ones, so I always have these in green, and that makes it quite a bit easier. Here's one of the smaller minis, but anyways, let's go and check them out in real life. Welcome to sunny and warm southern Baja. Yes, that is a joke. It's actually freezing. It's always a surprise how cold it can be on the Pacific side of southern Baja. My dogs are shivering. I'm wearing a dry suit, and we're out here fishing. It's foggy. Looks like Oregon more than southern Baja. But anyways, I'm here to talk about how I use my Titan straps on my very handy ATV. So let's go and check it out. All right, I want to show you guys the ATV. I've modified it so I can go fishing, surfing, grocery getting, all kinds of stuff. It's super handy to have an ATV in Baja, and what makes it super handy is having all these things that I built for it and that I've used Titan strap to secure on the ATV. So let's take a closer look. Okay, Astro, you can go and check it out and see how everything is put together. Oh, he's going. He's looking for fish, as always. All right, let's start with this box that I built. I built this box so that I can take the dogs with me, and but I also wanted to have something that could be removed. So this box can be removed by taking these, undoing these 3 Titan straps. There's one here, and then there's one back here, and there's one more back there. So this whole box is held together by just 3 Titan straps. These are my very handy buckets, and these are used when I go grocery shopping in small fishing villages, and usually it requires off-roading and or driving down the beach. And I kind of want to show you right here why Titan straps are so awesome. So this is a strap. I didn't have 2 Titan straps, so I ended up using just a regular strap, but this gives you a good idea how loose. It's extremely hard to keep these things to stay tight. And so this thing is basically mostly held by this lower Titan strap, and what makes it special is that you can tighten it, and then it's got that rubber grip. So this bucket is not going anywhere, and this top strap is just holding it, you know, it's just holding it from not just coming out to the side here, but most of the strength comes from that bottom Titan strap. Then I've got little mini ones for my fly rod here. Also super handy to have the minis. Use the minis for different things. Here again, the same use on this other bucket of that Titan strap. And here's another good example of why Titan straps are awesome. By the way, this can here only has a few months in Baja, and that's how rusty it got in a few months. It's really heartbreaking how everything rusts around here. So once again, would be very hard to use any other types of securing systems to hold something that would slip like this metal can. And now let's go to the front, and I'll show you a couple more uses. Here's my handy surf rack. It looks a little primitive, but that actually works really well. And again, is held by 3 Titan straps. And that is it for the ATV. Now let's go and do some fishing, and then come back and check out my trailer. So here is the last show and tell for my amazing trailer and the use of Titan straps on this trailer. So let's get to it really quick. This is a little bit of a maze of Titan straps, but I've been using these. This is my this guy's rod holder. This guy's into a water tank. I put my rods in here, my very expensive rods, and then you know, I use it to secure this pick. What's really cool about Titan straps is, like, a pick like this, to secure it this tightly, it's that whole stretch rubber combo. And then, you know, on my barbecue, like PVC, like, it does not slide. You know, barbecue. What's very impressive out here is this is the original Titan strap. still alive and still doing great. And man, definitely a decade, if not longer, that I've had it even outside. And you know, Titan strap right here, Titan straps right here, for this thing here. Here's another original Titan strap that is still holding up, and here's what's amazing. Like, I'm pulling up and this thing is not coming, it's not moving. This one, obviously I didn't tighten it enough, so it's gonna move. Well, actually it still doesn't move. Amazing. I've got this bin. This is what's very cool. If you decide to buy Titan straps, they're not cheap, definitely worth it. But if you were to choose what length, I would buy probably the longer ones, because then you can just kind of like, this is what I do with long ones. I just wrap them and then I secure them like that. So you've got a double wrap and it's not flopping around. And what's awesome about Titan straps is that they don't fray, like for example, these straps. This is what happens when you're driving around, which is a real drag because you have to secure them. It's really hard to secure. It's a lot of work. So here is again more Titan straps. I've got double wrap for this thing. I've got the shovel here. I've got my broom. And then here's another good example. I use it to keep this thing from rattling. And once again, this thing is just held down by this and it's not moving. Once again, here's more for the shovel. And this is also another original one. So very, very cool. And then you guys have already seen the ATV, and I think I've given you guys a tour. Oh no, wait, still have these Max Tracks. Actually, these are knockoff Max Tracks, secured right here. Probably have more Titan straps because, and then you guys have seen the, you know, the ATV. I already went through that. So anyways, Argo, tell me what you think about Titan straps. You love Titan straps? All right, we all love Titan straps. And in a pinch, Titan straps are a great emergency for many things, from like emergency dog collars to I use them for like anchoring tents with a rock. I use it for installing my Starlink when the actual base broke. So it's a great emergency tool when you might run out of something. So I think Argo looks pretty handsome with this Titan strap collar.